ask the issue with Queensland? We've obviously seen 6 cases now linked with that UK variant of the strain. Is there concern that might spread south with our borders still remaining open?
Oh, look, I just think we need to assume that these variant strains are going to become the dominant strain. And whilst we have outstanding quarantine systems in Australia throughout most of the states, we can't be assured that strain won't seep out into the community. And that's why I strongly welcome the pause that we'll be taking in the number of people we're welcoming back home for the next month. So from January 15th to February 15th, New South Wales will be halving the number of people that come down. New South Wales has a much higher tolerance in relation to border matters than other states. We have confidence in our system. If there is a concern about a particular geographic region around Australia, we've still maintained all of our borders, but we just have extra rules in place for when people come to New South Wales from those areas. And I have confidence in the health system in New South Wales. I also believe very strongly in dealing with our citizens compassionately, and that's why we have the position we do have on borders. If you recall, Victoria was up at around 120, 180 cases, I think, before we closed the border there. We're nowhere near that now, anywhere in Australia. And I think we need to have a very open and compassionate approach to those border issues, especially on the eastern seaboard, where so many border communities exist. There's so much interaction between our communities. I mean, I'd like to see better border arrangements across Australia, of course, but there are particular spots where people are more impacted than others, and New South Wales remains to have a very high threshold on these issues. We believe in open borders unless absolutely necessary to take action otherwise, because we don't want to see people affected, and we're lucky now that it's still school holidays. Could you imagine the chaos of border closures and border restrictions when school's on and kids and teachers and parents have to go across borders for education purposes and also for work purposes? I guess as Australia Day approaches and most people are thinking about getting back to work, most people may have interstate arrangements. Many people would have interstate arrangements in relation to their business or jobs, and all of that needs to be taken into consideration.